Okay, so nominal and effective interest rates. Okay, so as it says here, interest rates are normally quoted as a percentage per annum, irrespective of the frequency of compounding. In other words, instead of saying, okay, you've got this interest rate and you can invest your money and you can get 13% per annum compounded monthly, or you could get 14% per annum compounded semi annually, or 20% well, that would be the best one out of all of them, but 20% compounded daily. You just talk about what the annual interest rate is. So if it's not annual, then then you talk about the nominal interest rate. Okay, so let's see what we mean by this. Here's our new formula. And if you remember from the front page, we said this formula is not given to you on your formula sheet. So your formula sheet just tells you about the other formula, but not this one. Not sure why. 1 plus IFI, so the effective interest rate is 1 plus I norm of n to the n. Now, this bit on the right hand side, doesn't this look familiar? Doesn't it look like something we've been using quite a lot? 1 plus I over n to the n. And this left hand side looks a little bit, to me at least, like the same thing as the right hand side. Except it's just got 1 plus, and then it's over 1. I over 1 to the power of 1. And you're going to see in our third example what this means and what I mean by this. So let's kick off with the first example though. Convert 15% per annum compounded monthly to an effective annual rate. Now just out of interest, 15% per annum compounded monthly. Do you think if we work that out to what it would seem like if it was compounded annually, so it's effective annual rate, do you think that effective rate would be higher or lower? I don't know. Let's see. 15%. So we got 1 plus our interest rate effective is, and the right hand side's just like the ones we've been doing before. 1 plus 15%, 0.15 monthly over 12. Okay, but it's for 1 year, so 12 months. So it's like you're investing it for 1 year. And then we can just solve our formula, or solve our equation at least. Subtract 1 from that side, subtract 1 from that side. So I equals, into the calculator it goes, and we get the interest rate is effectively, it's a nice way of putting it, right? 0.16, whatever it is, and then we just go times 100 equals, and we get the interest rate is 16.08% per annum. Effective if we really want to write that in. But that's it. 1 plus I, 1 plus the right hand side looks like the right hand side. I think it's going to be useful. Let's get into another one just to show this. Convert an effective annual interest rate of 14.2% to a nominal So let's go, okay, so the effective one was like 1 year. So that was the 1 plus, well, we're given at this time, 0.142 equals, and the right hand side looked like the one we were doing before. 1 plus, this time we don't know what this I is. Effective annual rate to a normal compound monthly. Okay, so 12 to the 12. And reverse engineer it. Work backwards. Let's get there and see what we get. So we got here, we're going to have to take the 12th root. So let's take the 12th root of that side. Well, we're going to do it on both sides. And we're going to get whatever we're going to get. Let's check it out. Shift this 12. 1 plus 0.142 equals 1,0111 something or other equals just that bit inside there. Over 12. Okay, then let's subtract 1 from each side. Well, that's just going to be 0,0111 equals I over 12. Okay, next part. Let's go green. Times 12. Times 12. Times 12. Remember, keep it in your calculator. And we've got 12. Why did I get something different the previous time? 1 plus... What did I do? I'm getting a different answer to what I got the previous time. And that's no good. Times 12 times 12. 12,13. What do you get? I'm going to recheck my steps here. We've got the... I'm getting so excitable here. 12th root of 1... Do you think I used 0, something there to start with? I think that's where the issue came in. 142. 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. We're going to subtract 1 from each side. Yeah. Gives us that 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. And then we're going to times that by 12. And we get 13. That's annoying. Anyway. Leave these in, right? So that times 12 is 0, 13 something or other equals I. Zoot that across my head to multiply it by 100 times 100. 100. And we get 13,35% per annum compounded monthly. Okay, so let's pause, and for the last bit of this video, we are going to see what we've done. Compounded monthly. We were given an effective interest rate of 14.2%. In other words, that's what it would effectively, if you put your 100 Rand in at the beginning of the year, you would get 14 Rand 20 interest at the end of the year, because that's the effective annual interest rate. But we want to see what percentage rate would that be if you compounded monthly. Now, if you're compounding monthly, it would be a lower percentage rate because it's like you're earning interest on that money all the time. So in that first month, on your 100 Rand, you're earning some money. And on the second month, you're earning money on the original 100 Rand and the interest. So therefore, every month, that interest rate would be lower. And we looked at this in this example up here, where we had the same interest rate. So we invested 100,000 Rand and we compounded quarterly, monthly, daily. And, this idea of, well, if it's compounded quarterly, you're going to get more money. But in this case, we're getting the same amount of money out regardless of how we've done it. So therefore, the interest rate has to change. Or it doesn't change. We're just working out what it is effectively. And this is how life works in the real world. If you go into the various banks, the one doesn't say, here we go, you're going to get compounded quarterly. And the next bank says, you're going to get compounded monthly. And then you have to sit there with your calculator going, just a second, I just want to see which one's working out better. They will tell you the effective annual interest rate, but it will be compounded at different amounts. Okay, so let's head into this third one in the next video.